Trying to find out what terrors await beyond our Final Fantasy XIV raid night starting in January, so... Feral Fandom. Yana regards you with a wry smile. Ah, Kari, I was hoping you would drop by. There's something I want to share with you before the heavyweight matches begin. Come on in. Alright. Kittens I've taken to their new home, in case you're wondering. So I can tell they mix Hector, the poor things. I've asked Honey and the others to come as well. Before they arrive, let's have a quick refresher of the situation. During your cruiserweight campaign, we managed to convince several of the fighters to retire from the ring, not least of all Zara, who was already inflicted with psychonekrosis. There was one that could not be pursued, though, the brute bomber. I myself had developed symptoms of psychonekrosis after Etrop ambushed us. I got a little carried away and used a feral soul to stop her. There was a glimmer of hope when Naomi discovered the existence of a cure, but it was dashed when the president took her and an Etrop hostage. He wouldn't allow us to deviate from his script. An unexpected turn, the president himself was aware of the cure, the drop of life. He said he would indulge the location if he could become grand champion. How did he learn all this? Where did he get this information? I've never met the man, so he's a complete mystery to me. And why I wanted to gather everyone in order to get a better picture of who we're dealing with. Hello, my dears. We let ourselves in through the back. You never know who's watching, after all. Hey, what's the location? Are we having a retirement party or something? Sorry, hon. I never met the president in the flesh either. He only called me a few times to give instructions, and it wasn't him, but Metum who came to recruit me in one of my performances. When he recruited me and Hector in person, he contacted afterwards was via communicator. He speaks solely about business, never private matters. Same with me, I'm afraid. Dancing Green, on the other hand, is well acquainted with the man. After a fashion, the geezer always had a love for the theatrics. As a performer myself, we quickly hit it off. Often had debates on the best way to engage the audience. While I believe the key is making folks feel good, he insisted that they need to feel a measure of discomfort, and that's the job of a heel. It is when the loathsome are laid low that the audience knows the high is high and the fighters burn brightest, he would always say. That sort of poetic justice, he appealed, I'll admit. For proof, you need to look no further than the frenetic crowds at Brute Bomber's matches. Wherever the president might be, he might be a damn good showman. Right. The president's personal life, all I know is he traces his ancestry to Limbloom. Limbloom? That's where the simulant for the regenerative factor was apparently researched. Well, what do you know? Unfortunately, I never got the opportunity to hear more about his past. The last time I saw the old man was 3 years ago. That would be about the time when Metem approached Honey. Well, I only wonder if something happened to the president that kept him from appearing in public. With limited knowledge we have, we can only speculate. So in between all of us, we hardly know anything about the president. Our play remains Kari to becoming the grand champion. Only then will the president share the cure's whereabouts. If he goes back on his word, we can threaten to reveal the truth about the immortalization to the public. If all else fails, we have to have that in hand. But if we are to use it, we must first rescue Etrop and Neum. And so not to endanger them, the plan needs to be discreet and foolproof. I could use everyone's help. Can I count on you all? I would have offended you. Thought you had to ask. Of course you can count us. We'll save Yana's sisters and give that rotten president a piece of our minds. Got along with the old man well enough, but I had no idea about his shenanigans. Art and entertainment shouldn't come at the cost of those who make it. Ain't that right, sugar? Thank you so much. With everybody's cooperation, we'll work to free my sister while Kari continues her campaign to become grand champion. That goes without saying, but I will continue to support you as your second. Together we'll carve a path through the heavyweight division. We seem to have all our tasks. The rest of us will begin exploring ways to rescue the girls at once. Well, we have our task here. There's about to be an Arcadian broadcast. It's a regular program intended for fans, so it might not help you much with your preparation, but it couldn't hurt to give it a watch. Ends of the fight and cost zero of combat. I bid you welcome to another edition of the Arcadian Hour. Today's guest, we have the heavyweight fighter who shall soon face the unenchanted upstart, Kari, in the ring. The devilish Dixon dominatrix, femme fatale. As indicated by her epilization, Kari has climbed her way up to the ranks without the use of a feral soul. If the upstarts become grand champion, they would seem to be able to do as they please with Arcadian Soul Repository. They seem intent to release all the souls. It would fundamentally alter the Arcadian, leaving the championship of unenhanced fighters. What are your thoughts on this? They'll make you laugh. The upstart would only bore us to death. Our fans crave spectacle battles that will blow them away. You simply cannot do that without feral souls. This lady, but what do you people actually think? We hit the streets to find out. Without feral souls, what would even be the point? This is the Arcadian we're talking about. If I can't watch a muscular woman imbued with a beast's soul squeeze the life out of her enemies, like she's making juice, I'm not interested. Enhanced Warrior, just a novelty. I reckon they there to drum up excitement for the championship. I was interested at first, I'll admit, but the act has gotten old and everybody's got tired of it. I know I have. Frankly, I despise the upstart. She forced the Howling Blade to retire with an outrageous wager, for one thing. We don't need outsiders barging in, running roughshod over our traditions. Leave the Arcadian alone, you hear? Leave the Arcadian alone. See, no one wants that pathetic excuse for entertainment. Oh, that's odd. There should have been some interviewees that support Kari as well. Perhaps not. You're next, darling. You've been a naughty, naughty girl. And I'm going to give you the punishment you deserve. A little intense. Damn them, they've clearly only showed the interviews that serves the president's agenda. Sounds like a cable news channel to me, but I'm sorry you had to see that, Kari. Don't worry, I'm not doing this to be a part of a popularity contest. You have plenty of supporters out there, and that's the honest truth. Forget our sudden intrusion, but the broadcast just now, we simply couldn't sit still. You're my hero, miss. I'll keep cheering you on, so please don't give up. Huh? There are many of us that feel the same. We believe in you and we wanted you to know that. I get nervous when watching you fight, but at the same time I'm inspired, given courage. I don't get that from the fighters who use feral souls. That's right, don't forget, the souls weren't even used in the Arcadian in the beginning. I bet the other fighters could put on a thrilling show of enhancing themselves. Battles with feral souls are spectacular, there's no denying that, but by the same token it feels artificial. Your fights, on the other hand, are as real as they get. It fires me up like nothing else. Keep your head held high and keep fighting the good fight in the heavyweight division. Please let me join your gym. I want to be a fighter like Kari. We'll be glad to have such an enthusiastic trainee. But I warn you, training isn't easy. Why don't you come back with your parents for a tour first? So you have quite the following. Even if there aren't any more feral souls, it doesn't spell the end of the Arcadian. Many people admire and support you, and for them, as well, that you fight. Once I'm cured, I love to come out of retirement and fight as unenhanced myself, and I feel others feel the same. Is that so? Alright, we'll be there. This is it, Kari. The heavyweight matches are beginning. Metam asked us to meet him at the green room as usual. I'm ready when you are. Time for our confrontation. As bombastic as the Arcadian has been up to this point, I can imagine these next 4 fights are going to be just as bombastic. I'm going to give him some choice words about those interviews. Good to see you again, my friends. How have you been? We've been better. What's the big deal with that broadcast? Sorry, but it was the president's orders. All I could do was drop a hint that there were other opinions. The mass retirement in the cruiserweight division has left the president feeling threatened. Whatever he might have said before, he's eager to be rid of you. On the matter, it's no use trying to convince the heavyweight fighters to quit. They've all been informed of the psychonekrosis and have chosen to continue to fight of their own volition. That's because they've been told that if they can defeat you, they would be able to use your soul to cure their affliction. God, that bastard and his low tricks. Victory is your only way through this, so whatever anger you have, I suggest you channel in the ring. As you did before, no doubt that will make your mark in the heavyweight division as well. Okay. So yeah, they just increased the threat level a little bit here. Now they're all going to be gunning for my soul. The breath taker. By the look in her eyes, Yana is still smoldering with rage. God, just when I think I've seen all with the press, he comes up with another underhanded move. If what Median said is true, we have little hope of convincing your opponents to quit. There's nothing for it, but to just stay the course then. When you fight to become Grand Champion, we will trust in the others to rescue my sisters. When you get the drop of life whereabouts from the President in the end, we'll be able to save everyone. Alright, let's take a look at your first heavyweight opponent. Van Fattel, who you had the displeasure of seeing in the broadcast earlier. He's a fiendish fighter who harnesses the soul of Desmolton, a giant bat whose powers allow her to suck the life out of her opponents. Her biggest claim to infamy, though, is that she's a sadist. Inflicting pain brings her pleasure, and her ring is filled with apparatus for that purpose. Mind your surrounding, or you'll become her plaything. Remember, you have plenty of fans who believe in you, so believe in yourself and show them the strength of the unenhanced warrior. Now get out there and give Van Fattel what's for, and claim your first heavyweight victory. Alright. AAC Heavyweight M1 now accessible. Alright, I've been waiting for this. Here we go. Oh, I'm still clicked in for Hell on Rails. Fortunately, I didn't get it. Sweet to sadist, femme fatale. Well, nothing to do but to go for it.
Will you cry out in pleasure or pain?
Feast your eyes on the lovely and lethal femme fatale. Will the challenger fall prey to the cruel mistress?
Okay, yep. Coming back and forth. Okay, so the sound wave triggers the bats. Double area tank buster.
This is mine. I will hear you scream.
A wicked weapon. Femme fatale poised to execute a fatality.
Oh.
You are a stubborn one, but it is not too late to beg for mercy.
No, I think I'll pass on that.
This spectacle of slaughter and doom. How will the challenger adapt? It's a veritable reign of death.
Such insolence I have never known. More. I need more ether.
She's draining the crowd's ether again. I hope our dear spectators are feeling all right.
This seems like a giant health risk here. Those are the big tank busters. Jeez.
In pain lies blood.
She's unleashed even more ether. How will this end?
Yep. Other side.
Who knew they'd be felled with a vengeance? Under down. Can they recover from this?
On your knees, damn you!
Got a little annoyed, but too bad. Yep. And that's it for you.
The match is decided. Victory goes to the challenger.
One down, two to go.